I saw this film, and as the days passed after the 11th of March when it was released, we saw it a few days earlier in a premiere. The box office started, the figures started coming in, and now the film is a super hit by Bollywood standards. It's grossed over 350 crores. And it just struck me that it's not enough. Truth telling is not enough. Truth selling is also very important, because if you're constantly going to be a flop in your narratives, then you're only going to be able to lament your sorrows and defeats. But when you can make these stories current, sellable, productive, and globally appreciated. As you know, the film was shown to lawmakers in Washington. It's being shown in UK. It'll be shown in India to lawmakers. India always follows, as you know. But privately, many influencers, thought leaders, and lawmakers have seen it. And what's really important, there's a bill in Parliament tabled by Mr. Vivek Tankha of the Congress Party in the upper house, Rajya Sabha, on the 1st of April, which talks about the restoration and rehabilitation of the Kashmiri Pandits. So this is going to be very important constitutionally. We're going to have a constitutional expert, Ms. Pinky Anand, also speaking to us about these matters. So a lot of issues have been generated around the film which need to be flagged. And just to sum up, first, its commercial success and its Bollywood breaking narrative. Second, its aesthetics, which is very special. It relies on rasa aesthetics. We have talked about it in the past. I've written a few articles, how from Karuna Ras you go towards Bibhatsa, revolting or disgusting emotions. You go to anger, krodh also. But finally, it takes you to heroism, to Veera Ras, and fills you with a resolve to resist some of the tyrannies and the untruths, as well as the tremendous violence unleashed on a community and on a civilization in Kashmir. So it has a certain aesthetic dimension, which we have to flag. It has a heuristic dimension, because the film teaches us things, which we sometimes don't want to learn. It has a political dimension. Apart from the narrative and cultural wars in which it makes an important intervention, we are engulfed by these wars, and these wars are as old as the Mahabharata or the Ramayana, It's essentially the war between dharma and adharma. And I think Rakesh ji put it brilliantly when he said to me privately that this is, in Kashmir, there's a war between Sharia Kashmir and Sharada Kashmir. And we have to take sides in this war. We can't be fence sitters. I will leave it to him to spell out, what the Jedi Knights of today should be doing to save, a civilization which is very precious. But the point is, the Kashmir Files shows us a new aesthetics of protest, where, we must remember that no Kashmiri Pandit, at least that I know of, or no group, picked up a Kalashnikov, to hit back at the perpetrators of this genocidal violence against them. But they found other means to resist. And these are means that all of us must learn from. And the last thing I want to say is that the fight for Kashmir is not the fight of a small community. It is a civilizational fight. The Kashmiri Pandits represent the Saraswat and the Indus-Saraswati civilization, a continuous presence in that part of the world. And the loss of Kashmir is actually nothing less than the loss of India itself, the idea of India, which stands for something. I remember Sri Aurobindo, it is his 150th anniversary. And in the Foundations of Indian Culture, he says that a certain civilizational ethos, which was prevalent in the ancient world, right from Greece to China. And it was, in fact, the backbone of the ancient world. Now that only exists in India, because either through conversion or through modernization, No other civilization embodies that ethos. And he wrote about it in a great book called The Secret of the Vedas, where actually the dual nature of the human species as both human and part divine has been explained. So it is the higher nature that beckons us when we take a stance. It's our own higher nature that beckons us when we take a stance in this narrative war, in this cultural war, and in this civilizational war. With these words, I hand it over to one of the progenitors of this conference and also of the film, Rakesh Kaulji, who also heads the Global Kashmiri Pandit Diaspora. I'll also mention just one word. We are also very happy to welcome our other sponsors. For the first time, the Motwani Institute of Thought Leadership in Innovation has joined. I'm mentioning this because technology is crucial. In fact, it is new technology which is enabling us to meet. So in all these cultural, battles and narrative wars that we are involved in, we must take the help of the extremely talented Indian community in the Valley and elsewhere. And we are happy to welcome all our partners. But I think technology is going to play a key role. And with these words, I invite Rakeshji to please take over from here. Thank you all and namaskar.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.